we're going to go over today in this videotape is we went over the basic falls in level 1. This is level 2. This is the last and the major fall that you do in any kind of Jujitsu, Aikido, Aikijitsu system. And this is called the jump roll, air roll, whatever you want to choose to call it. My Aiki here just close is going to demonstrate it a few times for you. Okay, go ahead. Basically what you're doing is you're jumping up in the air, leaving the ground in a forward roll position, and landing in a side fall position. Very important that you ki with this one so your air don't get knocked out of you. That's what ki means. I mean, it's spirit breath. What you're doing is you're protecting all your vital organs and getting the air released out of your body before you make that high impact shock to the ground. So very important that you ki, relax, and work yourself up to it. Make sure you get the forward roll slap out and the forward roll down very good before you even attempt this fall. Okay, the next section of the video, we're going to go over some more hand strikes that we do in the second level. Start practicing the second level. And I'm going to give you a brief explanation and one application for each one of them. The first technique that we use is the palm strike. Another technique that's used in most all martial arts. Very effective technique when done correctly. One of the techniques that we like to do with this, of course, against a hook punch. And I'll explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Let's turn this way. Be able to see better. Okay? Okay, now what I'm doing there is I'm simulating this. So one more time. To the face. I want to go to the face with this, up under the nose, under the chin. There. Of course, for safety purposes, we're hitting the shoulder to try to make sure we get our whole body into that technique. Okay, the next one is called web hand. And what you're doing is you're hitting with the web part of your hand, and this one is just for the throat. We also practice this one once people are capable of controlling themselves. We'll practice it this way. Here. Basically what I did there is I'm just hitting him at the top part of his chest with my palm to stop it. To get used to throwing that web hand, that's where you want it to go. Straight to the throat. Okay? The next technique that we do is a finger jab. And what you're doing with that, you can use it in a stop hit fashion. Another hook punch. Okay, just right up into the eyes, digging the eyes down, and you can claw down after you stick the fingers up in the eye sockets. Okay, and the last one is a finger flick. And what this is for is offensive techniques only. This is what I use this for. If I want to attack the opponent first, if I'm sure I'm not going to get out of the attack, what I'll do is I'll sit there for a little bit. He's an attacker, he's getting in my face. To get him back, I'll finger flick him in the eye, grab him, lock him up, throw him. Okay? So it's what you want to do is just relax and go right up into the eye, and you're just trying to bang his eyeball with one of your fingers. Very fast technique. A drill that we like to do with this, I'm going to show you this, I'm getting this angle right here so you can see it, is you have your partner hold his hands out about shoulder width apart. He knows what you're going to do. You have your hand right here, and basically he needs to try to slap your hand down before you can finger flick him in the eye. Basically what you want to do is try to touch his forehead with this, okay? So if a guys don't know what you're going to do, you're pretty sure that you're going to be able to bang him in the eye, okay? Relax and get it. Very good little drill. That's how you're going to build up speed with this technique. Okay? Okay, then we'll go over another blocking style that we use, and it's like a double trap, double slap, using the same principles as the scissor blocking. We're trying to punish the arm or the the arm that's trying to hit us, we're trying to take that arm out of commission. Several different ways of doing that. This first technique, we're going to do it in the same lead, or we're going to do two techniques against a jab and one against a hook on the inside using basically the same principle of this block. Okay? Jab. Okay, track slow. You're hitting with the back of the hand and you're coming down on the radial nerve here. Bringing him down into the punch. When done fast, and we're going to slam an elbow right into his face. And a little quicker. Just like that. Okay? Rest of the technique, slow. Is elbow to the face, wrap around, stepping forward, and there's your elbow. Now you just noticed when we was doing it against a jab using the scissor block, we did the same technique. That's why all this stuff blends together so well. No matter what you do, what kind of punch he throws, you can do the same technique with it. Okay, again. And then you're just moving the front hand, making sure this hand is bent back so he can't come over the top of it. Try to disengage and come over the top. And the other arm is an angle this way. So basically you've got his fist caught in a crook just for a fraction of a second. You're not going to keep him there for long. But you've got him trapped there. And this hand is coming down and chopping on the arm at the same time, running him right into the elbow. Pushing him forward, getting him off balance, slamming the knee, stepping forward, elbow to the spine. Okay. And all the time while we're punishing the guy, we're keeping him off balance. We're not ever giving him a chance. Straight from the punch. Throw a fast one. So we've got him off balance coming forward. He runs right into the elbow. As soon as he runs into the elbow, we're going to keep him going the same way. This way. We use the loaded knee, slam, bang. We keep him off balance the whole time that we're hitting him. Okay, the next technique that we're going to do, go back over here, is reverse lead. My left leg's forward, his right leg is forward. Okay, same thing. Block does not change a bit. Okay? Just like that. Only difference is, once we hit, we're going to grab afterwards. Okay? Slam the knee in first. Just stepping forward, not even using the elbow or the first elbow and driving the elbow into the spine. Okay. All the principles remain the same. Time. Slow. A couple times. Okay. Next technique we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do it on the inside, and we're going to do it against a hook. Okay? You're going to guard from the hook here, and you're striking down with a knife hand strike right on the bicep. And turning him just like that. Getting you on the safe side, he's already off balance. The same principles apply. You want to always try to get out on the safe side as much as possible This is considered the safe side. Outside the arm, this is the hot side. As much as possible. If you're on the inside, you don't want to ever stop throwing your techniques until you're in a safe, okay? Striking down, around, and we're hooking the arm so he can't swing back with this. So we can finish our technique, okay? Side kick to the back of the knee, grabbing the hair, down to the face with the elbow. Keeping the foot on his hamstring muscles all the time, keeping him pinned to the ground. Come in. Okay, we're going to go over a little bit of trapping. And mainly the first few belts, all we do is do reference position trapping. Like I said earlier in the tape, mainly what we use trapping for is in an offensive position, or when your attacker is in a neutral position, in a fighting stance, maybe dancing around. We'll try to trap his arm, either pushing or pulling it, or whatever the case may be, attack and try to put him in a lock, knock him out, whatever the case may be. This is the first one that we teach, and it's in yellow belt. It's from the reference position, and this is called a reference position. Okay, how you get to this reference position, several different ways. Okay, one is I could have thrown a finger jab and he blocked. There's the reference position. That's what I'm saying. If I throw an offensive movement and I come in, I do that, I trap and I hit, grab and throw a knee in. This is the technique that we teach. At first we just teach it from here, get you used to the technique. But there's three elements to this technique. There's a shuffle, pushing off the back leg, getting in, same time trapping the arm down around the elbow area. You don't want it too far down because the guy can disengage on you and mess the trap up. If I go here, he can disengage this way, come around this way, or disengage this way and come around there. Around the wrist area is too loose, that's where you get disengaged at. If you got him here, and you use the principle of double weighting, you'll have him. He can't kick you because you have some of your weight on his arm. That's what double weighting means. Okay, so there's three things. I shuffle forward, I trap, and I hit. Straight punch. Okay. Again. Big punch. Now this is a slap. You're not just going like this. You know, you want to slap it down. Put some of that weight on top of him. My weight is on him right there. Then you grab a choke point, shoulder, hair, slam that knee in. Another reason why we use that knee is because you might have a pretty good fighter and they might block that punch. They might have seen this before, they might be lucky, whatever the case may be, and they block that punch. There's your backup. He can't block that knee. He can't move his leg because you have double weight on him. Okay? So he blocks, grab, throw the knee into his foundation. Start weakening him up. Okay? Keep kneeing him if necessary. Very good technique. You don't have to stop kneeing. Just keep kneeing him until you can get your technique off. Okay? One last time. Shuffle forward, wrap, put some of your weight on and hitting. Okay? Grab a choke point, hair, here, neck, shoulder, anything. Grab muscle. Whatever you got to do. Okay? Thank you very much. Okay, if I call it the wrist release portion of it, and the wrist release portion of the yellow belt series, okay? Got the inside and outside wrist release with a technique added. Okay, the first one we're going to go over is inside wrist release. And after you get the movements down, you want your uke or your partner to resist as hard as he can go. Okay, these techniques will probably work more for women because women are more apt to being grabbed up by the wrists, dragged off, raped, whatever the case may be, than men are. Although men need to learn too, just in case. Okay, tight as you can go. Okay, what you want to do is you grab the arm and down as far down on the wrist as you can with this finger and your thumb. Okay, and your thumb goes right there on top of the thumb joint. Okay, then you step forward and you push your hand forward toward him and straight down, which breaks the grip. Then you come straight back from where you're at, knife hand strike to the neck, wrapping the finger, grabbing the nerves in the back of the neck, and pulling him into a knee. In all actuality, you want to pull him into the knee to the face, but in practice, you probably want to go to the body for safety purposes. Okay, right there to the face. Very good little technique. Okay, again, grab, right on top. You have a pressure point right there. Grab, stepping forward, down, knife hand. Grab, knee. Okay, you're pulling with the arm. At the same time, you're pulling with the neck. Get him off balance. Okay, this gets him off balance too. Humans want to fight against everything. And the closer a guy's arm is to his body, the weaker he is. And that's what you're doing to him. Okay? Tight. Tight. The closer I get to his body, the weaker he is. Knife hand, back of the neck, pull with both the arm and the head. Like I said, this will be down into the face. Okay? Just like that. Okay? One more time. Grab it on top of the thumb joint. Right there. Okay? Press, step forward, down, hit, grab, pull, and knee. Okay? The next one, outside wrist. Tight as you can go. Okay, this is using the old thing, the thumb is the weakest part of the hand, and that's what we're going to go out of, is the thumb. Here, tight, 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 choke it. Okay, and all you want to do is the same thing. I'm getting his arm, I'm going closer to his body, using all my body weight, not just my arm strength, but my body weight, and turning, and breaking it out. Okay, again, tight. Very easy. No strength whatsoever is required with it. Okay? That's be the movement right there. Okay, the technique that we're going to do with it, as you're stepping in, before the grip is released, you're going to grab the wrist down as far as you can grab with your left hand. Okay? Release out, pull him into a reverse elbow, keeping pulling with the arm. Okay? One more time. Right. If you have a tall person, you can go underneath to the body with the same technique. To the ribs. If you have a tall person, you're not going to want to try to jump up and hit him in there. You don't want to try to muscle him down to your size. Just hit him in the floating ribs with the same technique. You're just going underneath the arm. There's your punch, or your elbow. You have a punch that you can add with it. Okay? One more time. Underneath. Over the top. You want not a wide stance, but a good base stance for you. Okay? All right, the next section of the video we're going to go over is some of the kicking drills that we use. These are called four-directional kicks. We're going to do the front kick, side kick, and round kick. And basically this was borrowed from Hapkido in my days when I was doing that. Very effective. And I'll explain the reasons why it's good for you after Josh Phillips demonstrates them. Okay? The first thing he's going to do is a 4-directional front thrust kick. This is not a 4-directional snap kick. Remember, always rear leg, you're using a thrust kick. Front leg, you're using a snap kick in Aiki combat. Okay? Go. Fast. Okay, before we get to the next one, I want to explain to you what it is doing. It's teaching you one of the biggest parts. There's 3 parts to any kick. You have the initiation, which is the cocking the leg, chambering the leg up. Then you have the explosion, which is coming out to the kick. And then the recovery, which is the drawback, okay? Now you have to have that to do this drill. If you don't draw it back, when you do the thrust, you're not going to be able to pivot that 90 degrees and turn. So basically what it's doing is forcing you to do the kick correctly. You have to draw it back. You have to do everything. You have to chamber it, explode it, recovery, and set. Okay? Next one we're going to do is the 4-directional side kick. Okay? Go ahead. Again. Fast. Okay. Okay, and the last one we're going to do is the 4-directional round kick. Okay, go ahead, slow. Go again. Okay. Last time. Good. Okay, as you can see, these kicks will greatly enhance and make you do the kicks right. Plus, it gets you used to kicking in different directions. But you're going to have to get the 3 major parts of the kick down. You're going to have to get the initiation, which is bringing the leg up to chamber, the explosion out through the knee, hips, into the kick, and then the recovery, which is this, which serves as 2 purposes. It helps you, like if you need to kick again, you can come back and do another kick, and also so your opponent cannot grab your foot, which is very obvious. Okay? Next section of the video, we're going to go over some more knee attacks that we use here in Aiki combat. And the first one we do is what I call a pop-up front knee kick. This thing, I'm going to have my assistant, Josh Phillips, demonstrate it for you. Then I want to show you the application of what it's for. Okay? Go ahead and begin. One more time. Good. Okay, good. All right, now what the application of this is for is it's another offensive move that we'll use to soften up the guy. It's a very, very, very good one. Say the attacker is here and put your hands down. The attacker's here, and I'm sure that he's not going to leave me alone. I'm sure I'm not going to get out of that altercation, and I'm at a distance. My eye distance is a technique that you can get in on the guy fast and hit him hard with this technique. Okay, but basically you're not jumping. You're just basically popping up right into the guy when you kick him. Don't move. Okay, so you just pop up and right into the stomach, keeping your hands up so you can grab one of the handles. Handles meaning the head, an arm, or the legs. Once we do that technique, so you're just popping up and driving all your body weight and the thrust of your hips in with that knee. Okay, the next knee kick that we use is called a double jump knee kick. And we use this two ways, of course, a medium kick and a high kick. We're going to do both of them for you. First, Josh is going to demonstrate it for you. Go ahead. Okay, slap your knee. Okay, there. One more time around. Okay, good. All right, now what this technique is for is mainly after you've done and softened the guy up somewhat. You've done it, hit him, you've done it, did something to him, and what you're doing is you're like just grabbing the head. That's what the slap is for. You're grabbing the head and slamming, pulling his head down into that double jump knee kick. It's a fight-ending technique. If I've ever seen one, very powerful technique. It's just like the double front snap kick. The only difference is you're not snapping the bottom part of the leg out. You're just hitting with the knee. Okay? Thing that we do in first level, which first level is white to blue belt, through blue belt, and Aiki combat, is what I call it's a blocking kai. It's got some of the blocking that we do, not only in sparring, but in self-defense situations too. It just gives you something to do at home. It strengthens your block, strengthens your legs because you're doing it in a horse stance the whole time. What you want to do, is standing in just a regular position, is you step out with the left leg and go down to horse stance with both hands chambered. Okay, what you're going to be doing first is a right scissor block. This hand's going to parry. This hand comes up, around, and hits. The hand should be right on top of the right in where the bicep and the forearm bends, just like that. Okay, then this hand goes down and this one goes close to the head. This is your first zone block that you learn. You want to keep your elbows in. Then you're going to switch them. This is the second zone block that you'll learn. Okay? Now this hand will block the bottom hand and this hand's going to punch. So you do what we call a stop hit. This hand should be right down in your center. This is your stop hit. Arms should not be all the way bent. And you're going to switch them. Now you're going to the left side. You're going to do the same thing. Hand goes up. Then it switches. Stop hit. Let's get in the car. Okay? Just bring the left leg up, and relax your arms. Okay, let's do it again. I want to do it a little smoother for you to show you about what it looks like. This is not a speed drill. You want to see how fast you can get through this. It's meant to learn the blocks at a slow to moderate pace. No speed, no herky-jerky movements. Just flow into each one of the techniques. Okay, this is about the speed. It can be a little bit more, a little less as far as that goes. Okay. Okay, let's go through it one more time. As the left foot steps out, your both hands chamber. The right hand or the left hand shoots down. Left hand shoots down, and you're going to block. Hand on top. Okay? And this hand is going to come closer to your head as this one goes down. You're blocking the head. This is a zone block. Then you're going to switch them. Then you're going to do a stop hit. Then you're going to come around, go to this side, down, switch, stop hit. Bring it back, step forward, and just relax your arms. Okay? I'm going to have him do it just a few more times. Now you want to be able to do this blocking kata both ways, starting out with the right side and the left side. Okay? Right, as you start out, you'll start out with the right side. But as you get better with it, you'll do whatever side the instructor at the time calls for. Let's say blocking kata starting out left side or right. So you get dexterity, so you get used to doing anything when you hear him say it, that's when you want to start. After that, the speed don't count. You should be able to just step out, and if he says left, this is left. If he says right, you start with the right. Right now, when you first learn it, you want to start out with the right side and go to the left. Okay, ready? Go ahead. Good. One more time. Okay, good. Okay, now I'm going to explain this briefly, the zone blocking part of this. So you already understand the scissor blocking and stopping, and that's basically your self-defense part of the style. This is more or less for sparring, or you could use it in the street if you're fighting a really skilled fighter. Okay? So let me see, we'll do the best thing over this. Right here, say, and what it does is, what I mean by zone blocking is you're blocking a whole zone of your body. And there's techniques that you can use for real good speed techniques that you could use to back one of these up. If I go like this, and say he throws a round kick or something like this, there's the block that I was doing in the kata. It's just I'm doing it in a side stance fashion instead of the front horse stance. Okay? So all you have to do, you've got the block, you're blocking the whole zone. You can have your arms and hands open or closed, it does not matter. All you gotta do is wham, wham, and just throw your back fist, hammer fist, knife hand strike, whatever you want to do in sparring. Or you got this one. Well, I got that zone block that I can do too. That gives me a good fast front leg round kick, snap round kick to the body for sparring. So you got either one of them. Them's two of the faster ones. You can do other things. It just gives you an idea of what you can do with them. This being probably the fastest and easiest one right here with this one here against this particular attack. Okay? One more time. All you have to do is come off the block and hit him. Okay? You can use different combinations, block, use an upset punch to the body. So that's just a little bit of taste of what it is that you can do with it.